Hi everyone, we're going to solve for x for logarithms. These are the three problems we're going to do. And before we get started, I wanted to go over this. If you have something like this, so you have a base to some power equals n, you can rewrite it as a log, as log base of n equals your power. So to rewrite this, my base is 9, so I'm going to write, let's do it in red, log base 9, my n here equals 81, and my power is 2. So that's rewriting the it in log form. And that's what we're going to do with a couple of these. So here's our first one we're going to do. We have 2 equals log base 4 of x. So what I'm going to do is show that this has the form of log base of some n equals some power. And I'm going to write it as the base to some power equals n. Now my base is 4, so I write a 4. My power is 2, so I have 4 squared. And then my n is just n, or your x. So basically 16 is your x, and that's your answer. Okay, and this one, we're going to do the same thing. My base is 2, my power is 2, and my value is x minus 3. So I have 4 equals x minus 3. I'm going to add 3 to both sides, so I get x equals 7. And the last one, what we're going to do first is condense this using our properties of logs, and the product property, write it as a single log. So we're going to get x minus 2 times x minus 5 equals 1. Furthermore, it doesn't have a base, so this is really base 10. Now what I can do is go ahead and rewrite this. My base is 10. My power is 1. My value is this piece right here. I'm going to go ahead and condense this. This is x squared minus 7x plus 10. Now to solve for x, I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides. So that leaves me 0 here. We have x squared minus 7x. Now I'm going to factor out an x and get x minus 7 equals 0. So if I set each piece, I have x equals 0 for this piece. And for if I set x minus 7 to 0, I get x equals 7. Now looking at this, if I plug in 0 into my original 0 minus 2 here, I get a negative value. And the domain for log is x must be positive. So this whole quantity has to be positive. It's also going to happen when I plug in 0 here. So I have to disregard x equals 0. Now let's check the 7. When I plug in 7, I'll go ahead and erase this. If I plug in 7 here, I'm going to get 7 minus 2. That's going to give me a 5. So that's a positive number. That works. Also, if I plug in a 7 here, I get 7 minus 5. That equals 2, and it's positive. So my final answer is x minus 7. And that's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.